Hello everyone, today Fnatic here is going to be explaining why the Mace is the best weapon, even annihilating the champion sword and the vigil longsword in the 40 medium meta. Instead of going 40 medium, you should be going 10 medium for this amazing, handsome looking club. Now, why should you do this? It's because it's just better. It's just better. Look here, we got a look at this damage. The club with 40 medium, and I also have a few scaling rings on with all my stuff up here. It does 26.9 damage with a 0.7 swing speed. And if we go here, we got 24.9 damage, so less damage. The only thing making up for it is that higher swing speed and a little bit more range. And you also have to spend 30 more points to go into medium weapon. And it's got the vigil longsword, which is just a champion sword, but it has a little bit more damage in exchange. It has a little bit less swing speed. So champion sword, more swing speed, less damage, and then vigil longsword, more damage, less swing speed. Very simple. And while the mace has a swing speed less than both of them, it does more damage than both. Well, you can see here, sure, the vigil longsword does do more damage. I don't know why it went down to 26. It's supposed to be like 27.4. But do keep in mind that this is a 3-star damage vigil longsword, and this is a 2-star weight mace. So this, see, this isn't damage, right? So overall, I think that the mace will deal more damage than the vigil longsword, assuming that this was a 3-star damage mace. Or at least it would be very close. And not to mention, you can do whatever you want with medium weapon. Go 10 medium weapon for this. Not to mention the base damage of... See, the champion sword has a base damage of 20.1. The vigil longsword has a base damage of 21.2. And the mace has a base damage of 21.2 as well. So it's actually very comparable with the vigil longsword. However, you do not need to put 40 medium weapon stats. So basically what I'm trying to say is the mace is just these weapons with pretty much the same damage as this one in exchange for a lower swing speed but a better critical. You're going to get a lot of block breaks down with the mace. And while these swords, they don't even guarantee a block break, but with the mace you guarantee a block break even on high posture builds. Of course, you shouldn't be using detonation on the mace, rather you should be using something like Providence Thorns. If you're not going in Chime, you can put Curse on there, that King on there, get a little bit of regen up in there. And you got other utility enchants like Metal, Stone if you want to do more posture damage, I guess. Probably not Stone. More of Metal, Providence Thorns, Curse, the No Life King. Seer, you could increase the pen. Grim, you could just deal more damage to your opponent, because it's a debuff, not a buff to your weapon. So Grim would increase damage on all your mantras alongside your M1s. Although I'd only do that on a light weapon such as, fist or dagger, because you gotta get 5 hits in. Also, if we compare the other stats to this, it's only got 0.5 less range than the vigil longsword and the champion sword, and it does the same posture damage as the vigil longsword, and less and more than the champion sword. So basically, with 10 medium weapon, you can be... With the mace, you can probably do around 22 damage, assuming you have some scaling rings with you as well. And for Kahan, you can get only 7 medium weapon. And then you can just go fucking crazy with the mace. You probably have like a little bit less damage, but you're still gonna have around like 22 damage with 10 weapon. I reckon this could be very good for dual attunement builds, because for some dual attunement builds, or just like honestly, like 10 like 5 attunements you could probably do, because like, if you're not going really high into one attunement, then you can't really use the hero blade, right? Also, this could be good for like Iron Sing mage builds, because you could go mace and you get a ton of Iron Sing, and you don't have to go deep crusher, because there is no Iron Sing hero blade. There's a lot of potential for the mace. Not only is it critical, a very solid block breaker, and it's easy to obtain, but you only need 10, possibly 7 depending on your race of medium weapon to equip it, and that's quite frankly very stupid. It should be... They should boost, if they want to make this reasonable, just gonna add this in, if they want to make this reasonable, they should probably make it a 20 medium weapon requirement, because 10 medium weapon for a weapon that does more damage than a champion sword with the same scaling is quite frankly very absurd. Where the only thing the champion sword's got going for it is a swing speed. I'm repeating myself a lot, my bad. I can't think of what to talk about. Anyway, that's kind of all I really want to talk about. And then again, honestly, I don't know why everyone's using the champion sword. The vigil longsword has more damage in exchange for only 0.2%. I mean, not 0.2%, just 0.2 times swing speed. It's only got 0.2 less than the champion sword, and it does way more damage. Has the same range. It deals more posture damage, and it has a slightly less scaling, but that's alright because you're only going 40 medium weapon anyway with this build. Anyway, I might be doing some chime matches on this build later on. If you want to see that, you know, support me a little bit. Have an above average day, my friend.